We're back. Ice Cold Sports, America's Sports Show. Happy to be back with you guys. Beautiful, well, about to say beautiful, not very beautiful. Monday afternoon, very rainy, very cloudy, very gloomy. And I guess that's appropriate the day after, and we'll jump right into it. Right after the Nuggets drop Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Final score Heat 111, Nugs 108. It was tough, especially because if you watch the game, it was the Nuggets, the Heat had the advantage early. They took an early lead. They looked like they were going to run with it. And then the Nuggets came back, and then they took a commanding lead. And then the Heat came back, and then they took a commanding lead. And then finally the Nuggets came this close, came just short of being able to win the game. They lose by 3 there. Jamal Murray couldn't make that last 3. Listen, Jimmy Butler, he had 21 points in this game. He was, nowhere to be found till the very end of the game, which, by the way, while that's obviously it's clutch behavior. Man, it's clutch. You gotta hope your main guy comes on before the very end of the game in the NBA Finals. Like, come on. Like, you need that from your guy. You can't be waiting on him until then to turn it on, because what happens if it's too far out of reach? It's not great. Things haven't been great for Jimmy. Obviously, last night could be the turning point, but, Joker had 41 points. He looked dominant. He couldn't make it happen at the end. He only had 4 assists in this game, which I think is telling. And that's not a great sign, because he's got the guy. And I hear people like Dan Patrick go on TV and say stuff like, he is not exciting to watch. He's not exciting to watch. He's not exciting to watch because you're not really watching. If you're actually watching, you see how Jokic operates, how he moves the ball around. Bam, 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 bam. He puts people in position to score, and he puts his team in position to win. You would hope he would get more assists than 4, to get the ball around. I guess the team was not as hot. He had to go to the rim a little bit more himself. But, and Mike Malone comes out after the game, and he says, I told you guys we didn't play well Game 1, and that had carried over to Game 2. At the very least, it sounds like from his comments and what he said to the team, like they know what they're doing. They know they haven't been playing well, and they'll turn it on. Because clearly this Nuggets team is much more talented than this Heat team. The Heat, though, have that energy, that heat, that makes them special in the playoffs and has made them special in the playoffs. Now, I still think the Nuggets win this game. I think Nuggets in 6 is still very much alive. Very much alive. And if this could be a wake-up call for the Nuggets, this could be something that pushes them to victory later on. Something a little special for the championship DVD. At the same time, you have to be worried because last series, once the Heat turned it on, it was very tough to turn them off. Obviously, when they did turn off, things didn't go well for the Heat there for a hot second. But still. Tonight, Stanley Cup Finals, Game 2 between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers. Game 1, the Knights were able to win it 5-2 after coming back from a 2-1 deficit. Listen, the Panthers are another team that have been on a hot streak all playoffs. They've been a team of destiny in a lot of ways. However, some pretty jarring stats. The fact that Florida, even though they've not only lost 2 straight once this postseason, at the same time, they've never won a game in Vegas. Ever. And I think Vegas is the stronger team overall. So, despite everything, I mean, when you have a guy like Jack Eichel on your team, you're going to be all right. And Aiden Hill stood on top of his head for a lot of the game last night after they went down. He made some terrific saves. If you're the Panthers, you need to... They had a shot in that game. They were up. But and I heard people say, well, the score of the game wasn't indicative of how close the game was. Maybe, but you still lost 5-2 after you're up 2-1. I mean, come on. 4 unanswered goals like that? That's tough. I think if you're a betting man, if I was a betting man, I'd say Vegas in 4, to be honest with you. I think the Knights sweep through this, win their first Stanley Cup final, but that's just me. Another big topic. So, it was revealed today the University of Colorado Regents are going to meet tomorrow, that will be the 6th, to talk about something. It doesn't say what exactly. And the rumor mill is in session, and it's saying Colorado to the Big 12. Now, I heard a take come out the other day from like college football Twitter that this is Deion behind it. It's Colorado's staking their future on Deion. Listen, this is bigger than Deion, folks. This is bigger than Deion. The Pac-12, things have been a disaster. On top of the fact that USC and UCLA are gone, the media deal ain't been working out well. They have not been able to work out the media deal. They've been flirting with going on the CW. Pairing up with Live Golf on the CW. I mean, come on. What are we doing? That's bad. That's a horrible look. And they talked about, there was rumors of them bringing in Rice. I mean, if I were an AD, I'd want to get the heck out of there too. Like, come on. Also, and this from a personal experience as a Colorado fan, I've been yelling about them going to the Big 12 for years and years before Deion ever got there. So, squash that right now. This idea that Deion, the Colorado is putting their faith all in Deion and moving away from the Pac-12 or whatever. The Pac-12 is unbelievably unstable. And yeah, Deion might be also saying maybe we need to get out, but he ain't the first one, and he ain't going to be the last. Now, it's very possible that this Regents meeting means nothing, that Colorado stays in the Pac-12, because they've been flirting with this for so long. You'd think that eventually, something would happen, but nothing has happened. So I'll hold my breath until they actually do move on from the Pac-12. I doubt they will in the very immediate future. I think maybe, although to be fair, it could happen just like that. So I guess averaging it out, you could say, well, this time might not be the time that they move to the Pac-12, but move from the Pac-12. But eventually they probably will. To be honest, eventually they probably will. And the Pac-12 probably will fade out from view, or the teams that are in the Pac-12 right now will bring in like SDSU and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. Finally, and I saw this rumor come through today. So apparently Kyrie is lobbying the Mavericks to trade for LeBron. Bring him there. So there's a new big three: Kyrie, LeBron, and Luka. Listen. First of all, this ain't happening. This is all just wild rumor mill stuff. This ain't happening. LeBron ain't going to Dallas. Number one, it's going to take so much capital to get him to Dallas. It's probably not even worthwhile in the long run. But also, even if you decided it was, the Lakers ain't trading him. At least not right now. They still think they're in a championship window or whatever if they retool the lineup or something like that. They still want him around. There's a much better chance, that Kyrie goes to LA than LeBron goes to Dallas. That ain't happening. It just ain't. Now, speculating here, if it did somehow happen, man oh man, LeBron's legacy's already kind of been muddled time and time again with he goes to super teams. He swaps and moves and moves and moves and moves. If he does another super team, him, Kyrie, and Luka, game over. Get out of my face. Get out of my face telling me about how him and Jordan had the same kind of thing going on. Get out of my face with that stuff. Come on. That's ring chasing gone crazy. Ring chasing gone crazy. Come on. I know I'm going to sound like a boomer here, but Jordan ain't doing that. Jordan wasn't doing that. I get it wasn't the same era, but that was not how it went, and that's not, if you're going to be comparing him to the GOAT, Michael Jordan, don't be bringing this stuff about, oh, we're going to make another super team. We're going to ring chase some more. Come on, get out of my face with that. That about wraps it up, folks. Please subscribe on the socials at IceColdSPRTS. Go to IceColdSports.com. On my socials, like Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff, at Tommy SGAHAN, all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching and or listening. Like and subscribe, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. I'm Tommy Gann, and this has been Ice Cold And it is ice cold outside. It's cold out there. I guess not ice cold, but pretty cold. Sports, see you guys.